Morning all, it is New Year's Day in Thailand. It is nice and cool this morning, it's only 6:30. Let's take a stroll into town, might go down the beach, have a mooch about and yeah, see what sort of life there is at 7 AM. Here we go. So I've made it down into Kamala. There is next to nothing going on at 7 AM. There's a few cool little food stands serving up food, a lot of local bikes putting in, stopping and getting a bit of food. But it is all very quiet around here, as you'd expect New Year's Day, 7 AM. I'm the only nutter out. Didn't go out last night. There's a bit of a monsoon on, and all the cabs were pretty much fully booked, so we weren't able to get a cab out last night. So we just saw the New Year in, just chilling at home. Yeah, nice quiet one to be fair. Always find New Year's Eve to be a bit of a disappointment anyway. It's all hyped up all year, you're thinking about it, you're getting ready to go out, and then it just never quite lives up to expectation, does it? Which is a shame, but I've learnt that over the last 7 or 8 years of going out on New Year's Eve. It ain't always the best idea. Everyone's drunk, everyone wants to fight you. Like, maybe sometimes it's just not worth it. If you look about down here, it is as dead as it gets. Just walked past the bar where everyone's still in there partying. It's 7 AM. These people have stamina, man. I ain't got that sort of stamina. You'll see these tsunami evacuation signs everywhere in Kamala. Big blue things. This was an area that was hit quite bad by the 2004 tsunami, so you can understand why. So I'm down on Kamala Beach now. It's quite a nice place at this time in the morning. So surreal, just looking over the ocean. It goes on for miles. But yeah, it's lovely down here at this time. There's no one about. You just see a few fishing boats. They're pretty cool. Let's have a look at them. They're just getting ready to set off for the day. So there's a little family down fishing there. Someone swimming in the ocean. A few little sailing boats. Nice big yacht over there. Look at the beach, man. This place is astonishing. What a beautiful place. Near enough beach to myself. The only time I've ever seen it this quiet. New Year's Day, early morning. Over there, I don't know if you can see behind me there. Over there in the corner, there is a surfboard rental place. Can't wait to have a go at that. That's going to be wicked. It's just oh, look at that. But yeah, looks like someone's drawn something in the sand here. Let's have a look at this. And a bottle of beer by the side. Someone's drawn something in the sand, probably last night for the New Year's celebrations. Looks like it must have gone on a little bit down here. It's a bottle of beer lying about. Everyone looks like they've had a good time. A few drunks stumbling home. Well, getting closer to midday than the early hours now. Oh dear. Stumbled across a bit of a river I've got across here. So that's probably about as far as I can go up this beach. Without getting my shoes absolutely drenched. What a place to come early in the morning, man. It's beautiful. This country is just... A lot of people come here for the partying and that sort of side of it. As good as that is, it's kind of similar to what you could do everywhere else in the world. Your Magaloofs and your... Slightly cheaper, depending on whereabouts you go, obviously. But for the natural beauty, I've never been anywhere quite like Thailand. Especially down on these islands, like, yeah, they're a little bit more expensive. But when you go to places like Anthon National Marine Park and Koh Madsum, the Phi Phi Islands and places like that, you do sort of realise that these places, they're few and far between in the world. They're so peaceful and the culture's amazing. They've preserved their culture so much better than we have in the West, and it creates a happier society. Everyone here is happy, the crime rate's incredibly low, everything's based off sort of respect. I've come across no crime so far, or no bad issues with police officers. It's been lovely here. This is probably the best place I've ever been in the world. I've been to a few, nothing major, but a few. Hopefully many more to come. These are a few reasons why I don't really want to move back to the UK now, or the West. So when you come out here, the cost of living is 50% at tops of what you're paying in the West, in the UK especially. Like fuel prices, I was filling a tank of petrol up in a car. I was only a little Honda City 1.4 saloon. Lasted me about a week. That was £22. Rent over here, if you get a nice condo, you know, there's a few of us, you're talking £300–400 a month at most. It's just so much cheaper compared to the sort of 12, 13, 1400 for a one bed flat you're expected to pay in London. It's so much cheaper. And all the way down to even like the things when you go out and you enjoy yourself, a beer could be anywhere from £1 to £2 if you go to the right places. Whereas I know in Britain, it's £5, £6, £7 a pint. Alright, it's a no-brainer really. It really is a no-brainer. And you've obviously got the people here. Everyone's very friendly, which is very different to Britain. Like, I remember getting the tube into work in the morning in London, and everyone just sort of sits there and stares at the floor. It's sort of an unwritten rule that you're not to speak to each other on the tube. Or anyone, to be honest. Anywhere in London, people don't smile at you. Over here, everyone's happy, everyone smiles at you. No one cares whether you're wearing designer gear or your Primark t-shirts. People are just happy to see you. It's a culture based off respect. It's a great thing. It's getting hot down here now. Starting to warm up a bit, but take the old t-shirt off. It is beautiful down here. Lovely way to spend your morning. So find somewhere to get a coffee in a bit and chill out. Chill out. Nice chilled New Year's Day. Just looking over the ocean. There's no better way of spending this. This is how you want to spend your life. You've got to get yourself working online, working from some sort of tropical paradise. It's the way of life. It's just so much better. So much better. I've just had to record again because look at this incredible view. As Thailand's waking up over the hill, the sun's rising, well, the sun's risen. Just look at it, just like blossoming in its own little pool of light. A beautiful, beautiful island. Have a look at this. I could be waking up in a miserable, cold suburb of London this morning. But another day in Thailand. Hello, we're back again. I had a bit of breakfast and a coffee. And Nicholas has joined me now.
Hey, I finally got up.
He's decided to come and join us. We have just got a delightful little surprise for ourselves in this little bag. Go down the beach and spark them up. See how we get on with that.
I can't think of a better start to the morning.
Yeah, no better way to start the morning. And look at getting a kayak, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy, that day.
Guys.
You know that's what we've got to be doing, man. Got to spark up and enjoy the view. What a way to spend your day. Nice big old biff there, floating away nicely stoned, enjoying this tremendous view that's out here. Ah, bliss. Around the corner is the 2004 Tsunami Memorial Park. Because all of this here was absolutely devastated by the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. I imagine this 20 years ago was a scene of terror.
Yeah.
I would not like to have been caught up in that.
I reckon that would have been horrific. But just imagine that right now you're sat on the beach thinking it's a lovely day, any day of the week, because I didn't have a fucking clue what happened that day. It just hit them. There had barely any warning. The sea just disappeared, and then within like, I don't know, a few minutes later, the sea was on top of every house. It come in as a wave, probably like about 9 meters tall wave, come through, just steamrolled all the coast. And you're looking at where we stood right now, well, it probably was submerged in water in 2004. Where we stood right now, we would be dead. Most likely probably be dead. Crazy, innit? And you just look at the difference now. Calm, tranquil, peaceful.
It's mad to think that could happen at any moment.
Exactly.
in Britain, we don't really...
We have no natural threats.
We have no natural threats. We're not used to anything like that out here. It's all quite new to us, all the wildlife and not just the wildlife, but the other threats like, you know, the earthquakes and natural disasters. It's not something that we're used to, but I suppose that's the price you pay for living in this tropical paradise. Yeah. You know, you might get the odd natural disaster that
99% of the time it's beautiful, and that 1% of the time, devastating.
Devastating. So we're on our way back from Kamala Beach. We live up in the hills a bit, and we've been royally stitched up by a bolt. So we're going to have to walk. Now, I walked down here this morning. I've probably done a few miles by now, and I'm a man who doesn't move much. So this is, my legs are hurting, but you know, who's going to carry the boats and the logs?
And I just got a load of shopping, so...
Yeah, he's carrying the shopping, so he's been shafted. But
yay.
It is no longer as cold as it was when I went out. I am now dying. The heat is finishing me off very quickly.